first we thought, okay, maybe she's out of friends, and so that first night you're calling all these friends of hers. But then by the next day, you have that dreaded fear that, you know, something bad might have happened. And that's when you just, you know, start to get frantic trying to figure out what to do. There's no one there to help you, really. You're on your own, and I felt at times it was just my husband and I were completely alone.
Mostly the parents are in a panic stage, and they're waiting for something to happen. So now the family is at a standstill. They have to go find their child on their own.
You just try to, in your head, figure out, you know, what can I do here? You know, you're kind of very alone because people don't always relate to what you're going through, and they don't understand what's happening, and they question you a lot. Well, why is she gone? What happened to her?
A lot of people think that the girls that are out there in this situation are just bad girls, runaways, troubled kids. That's just not the case.
When you take a young child like that and you isolate them and you abuse them and you keep them away from others, what happens is they become completely brainwashed. And when those boundaries are skewed at such a young point in their lives, it's very hard to be able to determine appropriate and inappropriate boundaries and healthy relationships. And so when they're then approached by someone who comes in and treats them nicely and makes them feel good and you know, buys them hair stuff and nail stuff and all of that, it's so appealing. Commercial sexual exploitation of children among our local gangs has grown exponentially. They now have become very involved in this industry. And the reason is really, sadly, quite simple. A young girl is a commodity that they can continue to use.
The public has got to know what's going on. And this isn't just happening in Mexico or a third world country somewhere else or in Europe. It's happening right here in San Diego, California.
I think of my own child that I'm adopting, and when I look at her, I've seen the same girls when we do rescues with SIA, Saved in America.
We were able to find resources out there, including Saved in America, who would provide at no cost help.
Saved in America is a non-profit charity organization that combines the volunteer work of former Navy SEALs and former police officers who have become licensed, insured private investigators to recover missing and runaway children before sex traffickers can exploit them.
That's our job. That's what Saved in America does. We do not charge the parent a dime for it. And all we want to see is the recovery of that child and it brought back to where its childhood is not stolen from him or her.
When we do a recovery and we reunite a child with their parents and we get them off the streets, we get them out of the system, and we give them a chance to have a normal life.
I mean, it's got to be in your heart to do something like this. If you have children, then I don't think I need to explain to you how important this is.
It's very difficult even today to talk about it and explain it to people because people don't understand the feeling and how, you know, how it could happen to any daughter.